What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jay Renee with Prison Riot Radio. I hope that you're doing well. On the phone, I got a brother by the name of Thomas Lee Trent, and he's gonna talk to us about some of the things he's been doing since he's been incarcerated. So let's jump right in there. All right, bro, how you doing?
Doing better than some. Worse to know, for the most part, I ain't got no complaints. Things could be a lot worse than what they is. First and foremost, everybody, how y'all doing? Peace and blessings to all of us on this day. My name is Thomas Lee Trent. Currently an incarcerated individual who's locked up in a New York State Correctional Facility, Auburn Correctional Facility to be exact. Unfortunately, I've been someone who's been incarcerated for 25 years of my life. Bad decision making in the past that I felt was the best thing to do at that time. So I came in at an early age, at the age of 17, for 2 counts of second degree murder. And since being incarcerated, I came in not knowing how to read, write, spell, a troubled soul child. And I had some things that I needed to write with this side of my life. Sometimes being incarcerated isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes you gotta make the best out of a bad situation. And for me, what I've been doing was trying to do the best that I can to make a difference not only in my life but for those in life also as well who still live in it. In life you got those who are trained and those who are untrained. So for me, I've been through rough and hard times through life that put me in a bad position to where I pretty much had to do things on my own and hurry up to speed rush my life and try to grow up and do things that I really wasn't built to be doing at the young age stage that I was at. Since being incarcerated, within these past 2 years, I've been doing things to participate to help educate both the prison system across the globe and also outside individuals in our household environments and also our community where we come from across the globe. So I've accomplished, I write poetry, so I'm a poet. I'm in the process of getting some poetry of mine published. And I also, participated in some things for the Department of Corrections, Prison Legal Services of New York, with some events that they have on the outside. So for the starting 2023, Prison Legal Services of New York hosted a pro bono event on October 19, 2023, held titled Reducing Recidivism. So reducing recidivism means, giving people another chance who relapse back into bad behavior, who relapse back into drugs, to help also educate the public, how we can reduce the recidivism rate with, helping people with job opportunities, housing, also, YMCA programs, in the streets, and also people who are incarcerated to help them with re-entry programs on being released back out to society, and also to do more focus on the programs inside the prison system. So I was actually nominated and selected, for some submissions that I put forth to help them towards their event. And now we're on our second year, which is 2024, which I also got nominated for Art from Behind Bars through Prison Legal Services in New York. So they made a calendar first time ever. They contributed on the outside cover to Martin Luther King Jr. And on the month of March is Thomas Trent, artwork by Thomas Trent. So for me, this is a place that I want to return back to, which is a portrait of New York, Long Island, Riverhead, Suffolk County, the town of Main Street. And these are buildings that actually exist out there when I was there. As a kid, I've learned how to multitask with work. I love working. I used to work in a pizza shop in Riverhead from between 1991 and 2000, off and on, as a kid growing up. Not knowing that I used to work for Erica King, which is Susan Lucci, on all my children's story soap operas. So for me, I just wanted to educate the public of how sometimes you could be in the hands of some people who are somebody to many people, not knowing the pain and struggle that you go through, or not knowing, fully understanding the position that we are in life. And sometimes it takes for us to be in the position that we're in now in prison to look back on our past to the present day so we can make a better way for the future for not just ourselves, but also those who are around us across the globe. So for me, the theme was also nonviolence, seeking for nonviolence, and I gave up many topics of things of how we could, make our environments a peaceful place if we work together and communicate, trust, and respect one another. But I will admit that when it comes to programs, I do believe that, when it comes to, right now, I'm currently inside the prison system over in correctional facility. I'm vice president of Alcohol Anonymous. So I actually go down there, and a lot of us go down there. I don't drink, smoke. I'm a recovering addict. I don't sell drugs. I don't smoke cigarettes. But I go down there to educate the people on how we can move forward and express our trauma and our experience in life, and how we can move forward for the better under these conditions. It hasn't been an easy road, and nothing in life is easy. There's a program called ASAT, which is Alcohol Substance Abuse Treatment, and then ART, which stands for Aggression Retreatment Training. I opened up these programs in 1998 in January, February, in the Division for Youth, DFY, for adolescent adults, which is a drug program and anger management program that you needed to be you got to have these programs accomplished to be released back to society, to your family. I didn't actually know how to put them tools and techniques into effect into my life until now. And like I said, sometimes being incarcerated isn't a bad thing. It's what you make of it. And I'm making the best out of a bad situation by doing things that matter and doing things that's going to help fix up not just myself, but those around me, and lead by a better example. And, sometimes if you need a counselor, you might need to go see mental health. We all work in this world with talent and abilities.
I want to ask you a question.
Like
I want to ask you.
Programs.
Excuse me. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. You got it.
No man, woman, or child could be out upon ourselves. And what I mean by that is we all need somebody to help us get through them rough and them hard times and even confused times. It's just, there's somebody for everybody, but everybody isn't always good for somebody. And sometimes God put us in certain situations to not only see ourselves, but I do believe that He gives His toughest battles to us and our strongest soldiers, and both men, women, and children. And sometimes we might meet quite a few wrong people before we meet that right person or the right people to actually help put you on the right track. So for right now, this is my first time ever doing an interview for anything with anybody as far as that's going to help educate the public when you hear my voice. So I'm wholeheartedly putting my all into this, not looking for nothing in return other than to just help educate the public and show how, you can come from being labeled maybe one of the worst that people might say in life, whether it's in the courts or whether it's in the church or whether it's in your household environment in the streets, and you can take something negative and still turn it into positive. Just know that it's going to come a time in life where you're going to have to communicate with not just the administration of people who are being housed inside of these correctional facilities. You're going to have to deal with the people who are incarcerated around you, and there's different perceptions of incarceration. Incarceration doesn't always start with your wrists and your ankles being bruised by gray cuffs or on the state bus. It also starts from mentally being caged in. You could be someone who's out in society in the streets and you feel like you're actually in a prison within yourself. So when I say everybody needs somebody, is if we can actually look at each other as each other's brother and sister from another mother and a father, and treat one and doing the other as we want done unto us, then I think that we can get a lot of things more accomplished. And if we can stop prejudging people for the decision that they made that you felt you would not have made, we could actually help support another, not judging the person's race, nationality, where they come from.
All right, bro. So yeah, I have a couple questions for you. You definitely gave us a lot of information to think on there, but I want to talk a little more about you and your journey. Congratulations on the poetry book you said that's coming out. To be able to produce something like that and have it out to the public is a major achievement. So definitely congratulations on that. But and listening to you
Thank you.
speak, you're welcome. You said that there was a time that you weren't able to read and stuff. So what was that journey like? And how did you get to where you are from going from not being able to read to having a poetry book?
Well, growing up, I actually wrote a poem called "A House Not a Home," and I'll give it to the public eventually, so you can feel and understand and relate to it. But when I say in life, sometimes you got those who are trained and those who are untrained. I grew up in a house with a lot of family members, but there was a lot of dysfunctional things going on inside my house, like drugs, domestic violence, and I was a child who had brothers who was birthed by a mother and a father who were kids themselves when they had kids. So when you're a kid, you have kids, you dump them off for other people to raise them. Sometimes there's a void that's missing for some kids. So I had a learning disability problem of reading and also had behavior problems. Um, so and I was in and out of foster care, juvenile facilities, and then now so I got locked up at the age of 17 in the year 2000, sentenced to 30 years to life. I was forced to teach myself how to read, write, and spell because I would write you, and you can't really understand nothing I'm saying because I'm writing how I talk. So I would confine in the person next to you to rewrite over my letter who can understand now. When you do that, you're putting that person in your business, and I had someone talk behind my back, try to belittle me. So that made me feel bad. So I was forced to, under these conditions, and being on a special housing unit, confined from stricter privileges for bad behavior reports, I had to teach myself how to read, write, and spell. Um, and I don't have a high school diploma as we speak. I'm still striving to obtain that. It's just other things inside my life that I wanted to conquer also. It's different parts of education doesn't always only come from school and books. Education also comes from music, trauma, and experiences. So through time, patience, and sacrifices, I was able to buy dictionaries, study the dictionaries, spell words, learn words, arrange words together, put it together, ship it out. Um, so that's how I was able to do it, and I'm actually proud of myself for that because I've accomplished some things that some of my family wanted me to actually do decades ago. And some of them I'm proud and I'm still striving to obtain my freedom now, which I'm in the process of doing. Um, but change, when a person gets out of his destructive lifestyle and his consequences, only when he or she begin to make permanent change.
For sure.
So if I
When
answer
can,
your question,
yeah, when can we expect to see your book drop, bro?
so I'm in the process of still, I've been reaching out to someone from Books Beyond Bars, Often Beyond Bars, who's in the process of publishing some poetry of mine. So we're still in the stages of still communicating. They keep me update. I also got something, if I have time or room to call back to where I can actually share with the public so where I'm sure others will feel. Um, but it's a working process and it's coming along. You already have something I submitted to you, was the poetry of mine, and I dedicate this to Erica King, from All My Children. I'm that same young boy who used to work in a pizza shop with Sal's brother, Jen, from 1991, who used to do the boxes and clean, that you met. And also fired because I was supposed to be in school while working under the table and off the books. But I also, stay tuned. It's there. It's some things that's online as far as this calendar that Prison Legal Services of New York made for the first time ever. So that's a start for history. And then you can also log on to Prison Legal Services of New York.com and, they can show you things from 2023 pro bono event, from reducing recidivism, and also Untitled Off from Behind Bars, which you have now. and I'm still in the process of still doing some things. So bear with me, and I will have what needs to be out there. Thank you for time and patience for hearing me out. It's a blessing to be able to do this interview with you, Jerry.
For sure. How can people get in contact with you?
Well, you could log on to Securus and for emails in the state of New York. I'm in Auburn Correctional Facility. Address is Auburn Correctional Facility, P.O. Box 618, Auburn, New York 13021. And they can also reach out to Jay Renee for Jay Renee to say, Thomas Lee Trent, you got these people who are interested in speaking to you.
All right, you got any last words you want to give us, bro?
Yes, I want to also give a special thanks to Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. I'm also that same young man at the age 11 years old who was the boy at the Million Man March in 1995 who ran up the steps to you to shake your hand with my mom chasing me at the holiday of atonement. I couldn't speak how I felt when I speak now. I was a little boy screaming out help in a nonverbal form for you, but my mom was murdered and killed not too long after that day. I just reached out to the Nation of Islam, to you in Chicago, Illinois, the address, and also to the final call, and I also showed you the same thing that I'm speaking on. I also seen a documentary where you said you was looking for me. You just never knew my name and the name of that boy and my mom's. My mom's name was Josephine Elizabeth Bellamy Trent, and I am Thomas Lee Trent. So hold tap, brother, and to everybody across the world, across the globe who's paying attention, just know that life is what you make it, and even in life, the only thing that's worse than death is being in the position I'm in now, is being in prison, but good can come from that too. Because most great leaders' capers designed and discovered in prison. So I need you just as much as you may need me, and I'm speaking the truth, and I'm speaking for all race, nationality, and cultures, and hoping that you can open up your heart, smile, and understand and support those who are in my position, incarcerated in here and also on the outside.